Hey, how's everyone doing? I've got some really unique rocks to share with you today. And when I first found these rocks, I really didn't know what I was looking at, and still, I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm just going to share my opinions and what I think they are. I've been finding a lot of rocks that have faces on them with jagged noses and mouths and big eyes. And then you find a couple rocks that have some real soft features and they look like they're females. Now, those are just my opinions. And if you don't agree with me, that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'd still like to hear your comments. But I'm going to show you some rocks and I'm going to point out some really unique characteristics of these rocks. And you tell me at the end if what you think you see, right? So first off, I've got this little rock right here. It's white and black all the way around it, and it caught my attention, the color on it, and then I noticed how smooth it is. Each one of these rocks are super smooth. They've been polished, to an extent that it's so smooth. Now look at that. Here's an eye. Here's an eye. There's a nose, and there's a mouth. And then when you turn it just a little bit, that one eye, here's that same eye, here's another eye, and then there's a nose, and here's the mouth. So there's two faces side by side. They look childlike. And then here's a head, here's an eye, and then here's an open mouth, like someone's smiling or laughing. It's super smooth. The rock is super smooth. And it's got faces all over it. Those are just a few that I wanted to point out. Now this rock, it's kind of a white and a blue color to it. And it's really unique and it's super smooth. I can't tell you how soft this is. It feels like it's a piece of glass. And then when you look at it from this angle, there's an eye, here's a nose, and here's a mouth. It's a frown. Look at that. That's a frown. Boy, that looks like a little infant face, a little baby face. That's just my opinion. Now, hold your opinions until you see this rock. The color of it is so unique. It's like a yellow. The back half is all carved and cut. There's nothing on the back, but on this side it's so smooth. So smooth. On the front here, it's so smooth. It's like a piece of glass. Here's the top of a head. Here's an eye. Look at that eye. Here's a little nose. Here's a mouth. That's a little baby's face. That's an infant face. Look at that. That's very different than the other rocks I've been finding. Very different than the ones I've been finding with the jagged nose and the big eyes. Boy, that looks like a baby. And then this rock here, when I found it, it's a big piece of white granite speckled with black streaks going through it. And right off the bat, it caught my attention. A big white stone like that, I got to pick it up. But when you look at it, that's the top of this is a turtle's head right here. That's the top of a head. There's an eye that's been carved out right there. You see the white part. So when you look at it, here's the nose. Now here's another white eye that's been carved out. Now this one's really been carved out right through here. You can see they really made an effort to carve an eyeball out here. So that's the top of the head. Here's an eye, the nose, here's another eye, and then here's the mouth. That's a turtle head. You can see both eyes are white and the mouth on the bottom, the top of the head. But more importantly, when I turn this rock and I hold it in my hand just like that, I can't tell you how uncanny this feels like you're holding a newborn's head or an infant head. Here's the top of a head. Here's an eye. Look at the big triangle in the eye. Here's a nose. And then here's another big triangle upside down. That's a little baby carved into the rock here. And it resembles a head of an infant. You got the top of a head. Here's an eye, a big triangle. The nose, and then another triangle. It looks like it's a baby laughing or crying. I don't know. That's just what I see, folks. You know, there's no way that I can actually prove this, but that's what it resembles. What do you see? I think these are all carved in honor of infants. I think mothers, there was a mother that carried these rocks around in honor of the child that they lost. That's just my opinion. It's amazing. It's amazing how they resemble a baby. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.